20. Disastrous Twilight. 1. One of the sights of Madrid about which Lanny had been hearing since his youth was the great Museo del Prado. Here were some 2,500 paintings assembled under one 18th-century roof by successive kings of Spain. It was not merely a Spanish but a European collection. Murillo, El Greco, and Velázquez, each with a salon of his own, Goya with a rotunda, Van Dyck and Rubens with a long gallery, Raphael and Correggio, Titian and Tintoretto, each with his cabinet. One would not really know the vigor and fire of Velázquez until one came here, for this salon and the entrance halls leading to it contained more than half the total of his works, beginning with his youth and ending with his death. Here were portraits, landscapes, and historical subjects, religious and mythological subjects. Did he, in his secret heart, distinguish between these latter? Here was his Adoration of the Magi, a conventional religious scene. Here also his Forge of Vulcan, in which a heavenly messenger comes to the ancient Greek smiths. It is supposed to be Apollo telling them about the infidelity of Aphrodite, but Lanny preferred to say that the god of light was asking them to cease from the forging of deadly weapons. Lanny himself would have been willing to take up the worship of the Far Darter, if only he would have promised such a consummation. And then Los Barrachos, the peasants having a Bacchic festival, worshipping a god whom Lanny had never favored, and the famous portrait of the royal princess with her ladies-in-waiting, and Velázquez himself visible in a mirror, painting the picture. Also the Surrender of Breda, historical painting of the end of a battle of which Lanny had never before heard. The names of the princes meant nothing to him, but he observed that they behaved to each other with a sort of courtesy which the world had forgotten. In those days fighting had been a game, and the victors thanked the vanquished for fine competition. But in these modern days it was carried on with deadly hatred amid poison gas clouds of the mind. Also, Goya, painter out of love with his time. He was represented here by many portraits.